Today I want to talk about Justin Fields and just what his legacy could be if he wins the college football playoff national championship with the Ohio State Buckeyes. And all that's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on the step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. Let's start with this. Ohio State quarterback Justin Fields sat with media for the last time ahead of the third-ranked Buckeyes matchup with number 1 Alabama in the national championship game and basically repeated himself. I'll be good come Monday night, he said. You don't think you'll be affected at all? I'll be good by Monday night. After enduring a vicious hit to the torso when Clemson linebacker James Skalski led with the crown of his helmet, Fields was slow getting up in the Sugar Bowl. Watching him in obvious pain, a mind wanders to the lower left leg injury Fields suffered against Michigan in 2019, only to come back into the game and complete a pass, rolling to his left in the back of the end zone to wide receiver Garrett Wilson. Or perhaps we think about the thumb he sprained in the Big Ten championship game against Northwestern last month that led to an almost verbatim leading up to the college football playoff semifinal game. I'll be good by Friday, he said then. He wasn't good. He was magnificent. At times during the first half against Clemson's defense, though, Fields did not look like he could even protect himself. He could barely carry out a fake on a run play, and he was in obvious pain on the sideline when the Buckeyes defense was on the field. But he wanted to play. And Ohio State coach Ryan Day made clear that decision was not up to him. He said, quote, Justin isn't treated any differently than any other student athlete. Our medical people are the best in the country at what they do. They identify what's going on. They communicate with the player. They diagnose what happened and then make the decision on whether he's able to go back into the game. That's what happened here, end quote. Fields left no doubt about his resolve by playing for the remainder of the national semifinal with an apparent injury, an injury that remained deliberately unspecified by him or Day. He trusts his doctors at Ohio State. He trusts the athletic trainers at Ohio State. He did not question their advice or expertise in the moment. His injury was handled exactly as he wished it would be. Quote, I just put my full trust in those guys, and I see how they deal with guys here, and I have personal relationships with all of them. I just don't want anything I've said in the post-game interview to kind of get taken out of context and to be like, oh, they just shot him up and sent him back out there. No, it wasn't like that. I think they did a, full analysis of my injury and how it was, and they thought they did what they thought was best. Yeah, I was comfortable with that, end quote. Such confidence and resolve easily gives way to cliche. Whatever it takes, leave it all out on the field. Give 110%. He's a gamer. Each of those misses the essence of what is at stake and has been at stake for Fields and each of the men who will play the last college football game of their lives and perhaps see their last chance to win a national title. The sport is great because boys become men in 5 years that they get to play for. Most arrive barely legal voting age and leave not only legal drinking age, but with plans to marry, to have kids, or as parents themselves. The sport is great because their time to stand in this sunny window called college football is so short. In this, they are the living football lives and living football lives to serve, that elevate, that give story to legend. The sport is great because Fields, a future top 5 NFL draft selection and a budding millionaire in a few months' time, is not hesitating to play. He left school in Athens, Georgia to play school at Columbus, Ohio. He relived that last 2019 game where he was throwing a touchdown that got intercepted by the opponent in a national semifinal, and he watched the conference he plays in cancel his season and then used every resource available to him to lead a campaign to reverse that decision. He wanted to play, and he had an additional 2 months to wait until he got an opportunity to do just that, to earn a chance to get right here, to play for this championship right now. This after a coach ranked his team 11th because, well, those things are completely out of his control. And yet he played the best game of his life, and he's about to play the most important game of his life. But I've always said this, and I want you to remember it. Believe Justin Fields when he speaks. And what he said was, I'll be ready by Monday.